Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack-O-Lantern, still Lake Jackson. So this is coming from my little Cali kitchen, and this is going to be great. It's a Texas style twist on a simple box packaged little thing, so it's going to be good. Be sure to do all the YouTube stuff before we get into it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Get the notification bell down in that corner. Or down the doobly-doo, there's a link to go get our spatula, spoon, flipper, apron. I'm not wearing my apron. Put that on in a second. And we're a small business. We very much appreciate it. Let's just get into the food before I go to Louisiana. Get beat up by my Louisiana friends for making jambalaya. This will be fun. Let's get in. Alright, super simple stuff. First things first, you need one of these boxes for the jambalaya stuff. I got the Haunted Mansion one because, I'm trying to go to Disney next year. Again, if you're going to complain that I'm using a box, you're welcome to put it down in the comments on how to do it without it, or come on here and teach me, man, if you live close and I know you. You're going to need a pound of meat. Now, this is a bit more, and these are already cooked, so I'm probably not going to use these, but you just need some shrimp. I use the uncooked stuff, and I'll show you that, and the difference with the cooked stuff is you just put it in the last 3 minutes. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to need some water. This is just representation of the water. We need like 2.5 cups, but I just want to have some water here to remind you need that. I'm going to use some whatever sausage for the other half a pound of meat, and then 1 jalapeno because Texas. So first things first, let's go get our shrimp. Get you a colander or something, and you want to rinse them off either way, but mine are still frozen, so I put them in a colander, let some warm water run over them for about 2-3 minutes, and it thaws them pure enough. Now I put it in here to dump it in, so I don't dump a bunch of little shrimp bits all in my in the burner there. But you see, these are frozen hard. We need to get the tail and the shells off, but you can't do that when it's frozen, so we're just going to run some warm water on it for about 2-3 minutes and stir it around a little bit. It should be fine. All right, just got to be careful with that. See all that shrimp bits down there? So again, 2 minutes under the water, they're completely thawed. You need to go in here and pull the shell and the tail and the little legs off of each and every one of these. This is a little time consuming, but you need to get all of them off there. If not, you're going to bite into that shell right in the middle of your food, and that's horrible. One of the number 1 rules is cooking shrimp, take the tails off. So I'm listening and watching Phil DeFranco today, catching up on my news while I'm doing this, but just listen to something other than me, that's fine. So once you get all these peeled and deveined and pull the shells off, these are all the shells and the tails and stuff, so you don't want that. Just throw that out, and when you throw it out, be sure to take the trash out that night, or it's going to smell like rotten shrimp in your house. So, your jalapeno, go wash that. Now that it's washed, you're going to come back. We're going to just pick this up, get you a little bowl or something. Let me rearrange this a little bit. Put this little ramekin here, get you a nice sharp knife. Shout out to Andy. Cut off the head there. You really don't need that. And then I'm just going to split it and rip out the veins. Okay, so just cut it down once. And then you can usually with just your thumb here, you can use a spoon if you need to, but most of these just peel right off. Peel these out, get rid of the seeds and the veins. A lot of the capsaicin is in the veins, and the seeds are just bitter and tend to get everywhere, so I like to take those out anyway. All your jalapeno flavor is going to be in the skin, and your capsaicin is going to be in the veins and the skin. So just go ahead and pull those out and throw them out. And then your jalapeno yourself, you just want to cut these down into teeny tiny little pieces. So slice it one way, and then we're going to slice it back the other way. Don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be a chef to do this. I sped this up. I don't do this near this fast because I'm worried about my fingers. So now that I got those sliced up, just take those, move them to the side. I just put them in a little ramekin to look fancy. So I got this decent sized pot / skillet here. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put 2.5 cups of water in here. Okay. This one's got a little half mark in there, but I didn't show it. But 2.5 cups in there. Then we're going to just mix everything in right now. So go ahead and throw your shrimp, even if it's uncooked, right here. If you're using the cooked stuff, you're going to wait until the last 3 minutes to put it in. The jalapeno, put it in now. Again, it's optional. If you don't want it spicy, don't put it in there. The rice and the mix, just throw that in there. And your half a pound of whatever sausage. It's Louisiana sausage, what we call it down here. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I only ever read it in books, so I'll never be able to pronounce it right. Put it at your heat, about medium high, and we're going to get this to come to a boil. All right, give it a nice stir. All right, don't want to just let it sit there. I mean, once it boils, it'll mix it up, but it just gives you something to do while you're sitting and waiting for the watch pot to boil, right? Once it starts boiling, you want to go ahead, oop, careful, that's hot. Go ahead and reach it and turn it all the way down to simmer as low as possible. You're going to cover it. If you don't have a cover, just get whatever you can for 25 minutes to cover it. So I'm going to show one of these plates I inherited from my mother. I've been using it as a spoon rest for the rest of this recipe. But it's got all the fruit and vegetable stuff around the edges. I think this is the last one I have of this set, but I grew up with this over at my mother's house. But yeah, just a plate, as long as it's not paper or plastic, put it over this and let it sit for 25 minutes on that low simmer, okay? After 25 minutes, pull it off. Careful, it's going to be hot. I'm like, yep, that burned. That sucks, something fierce. So get it in here, get a nice fluff, turn off the heat, remove it from heat, let it rest for about 5 minutes is what the recipe says, and then set it to the side and you're ready to serve it. So yeah, this smells great, it tastes great. So yeah, just set it to the side. I'm going to show you this, just a little bit of trick if you want it spicy or a little different. So getting my living between paycheck spoon there, but I just put this in a bowl. If you want a little more spice, something to it, to slap your mama, either this or the hot one, or just throw some hot sauce on it, just like normal, like people would do, right? That's it. This stuff, it's great. It's got shrimp in it, so it's good for meal prep, but be careful where you're reheating it because it gets that seafood smell in the entire office if you're sitting at work doing that. So be sure to get in here and try this. If you do it differently, like I said, I'm going to catch hell this weekend from the Louisiana people for using a box thing for this, but it's well under our budget. You got close with the sausage and the shrimp, because that's like one of the 4 ingredients you need. That's okay for your expenditure. The shrimp I got for about $5, and then the little pieces of sausage were like $3 at my local HEB stuff. So yeah, you got to try this one out. Finishing the last mouthful of that stuff. And there you have it, folks. What do you think of that? That was good. It's different. If you do it differently, you're going to get mad at me because I used a box thing, whatever. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. If you want me to revisit this using your recipe or whatever, let me know. Put it down there. You can also find us on social media. Tell me over there on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're at all those Living Between Paychecks Kitchen and Living Between over on Instagram. I had to shorten it down over there. I'm Osway Nerdy. I'm on all those, including TikTok and Twitter for now. I'm not calling it that new name. Suck it. But it's Twitter. I'm over there just talking toys and nerd stuff and painting over on Instagram, whatever. I will see y'all next time. Y'all be good. Enjoy the food. Please be safe.